What up, it's your Timmers here. Now, here's my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turned 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, we of course got the remake of Total Recall, which was of course directed by Underworld director Len Wiseman, starring the likes of Colin Farrell, Jessica Biel, Bryan Cranston, Kate Beckinsale. You had John Cho, of course, a remake of the iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger film. I was actually really interested in this in a number of reasons, but this was a big disappointment. I remember watching this thing in theaters. I was like, "What the heck was this?" A real bad remake here. I like Colin Farrell, but his Fright Night remake was a better remake than this one. So yeah, but this was a pretty bad film. It was just the execution wasn't great. Sadly, I'll say just skip this one and just stick with the Honor film because that one is a better flick. All right. Also turning 10, we got Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days, which was, of course, the third installment of the Wimpy Kid films. And, of course, the last one starring Zachary Gordon and some of the other cast members because obviously they can't really do any more Wimpy Kids because they're a little older now. So hence why Disney Plus is doing Wimpy Kid animated. But anywho, now Down Wimpy Kid Dog Days. If you guys don't know much about the premise here, it's where like Greg Heffley, played by Zachary Gordon, is looking forward to play video games and spending times with her friends. But his dad, played by the great Steve Zahn, wants him to have some father and son bonding here. And I really quite like this one. I had a fun time with Dog Days. I don't care what it is. I love the first three Wimpy Kid movies. They're just really fun. They're entertaining. They really bring you back to like middle schoolish, like makes you really want to relive middle school again. I had a fun time with these films, and it's a shame they never done a fourth one. They technically did do a fourth one, but with like different cast and not People's Roderick. But I can kind of see why they did not do another one because like I'm no expert on Jeff Kinney's books, but I'm sure he's put out books called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, not Diary of a Wimpy Teen or Diary of a Wimpy Adult. So yeah, it's a little hard to continue doing these movies for years because the kids ain't no more middle schools no more. So yeah, hence why Disney Plus has the animated thing because that's totally different. But that aside, Dog Days I had a fun time with. If you guys haven't seen it, or even the other Women Kid movies, do yourself a favor, go watch them. They're really joyous and fun to watch. Alright, also turning 10, we got Celeste and Jesse Forever. We're like a longtime sweethearts. Celeste, played by Richie Jones, and Jesse, played by Andy Samberg, ended up marrying young, but now are drifting apart. And they pretty much like you have Celeste, who is like this business owner, while Jesse has more like a laid back attitude towards life and work. And so Celeste wants like a divorce and believe that she and Jesse can remain friends here. And it is a really interesting film. Andy Samberg shows that that he is just not that comedic guy from stuff like Brooklyn Nine Nine or SNL. But I believe this was like before Brooklyn Nine Nine premiered. But anyway, it is a really interesting film. You have a really cool cast list here too. You had like besides Jones and Samberg, you had Elijah Wood, Emma Roberts, Chris Messina, Chris Pine was even in this. It was a really decent film worth checking out. So if you guys haven't seen it, give that one a go. And there's actually another film that turns 10, which I should probably wrote down, but it was a movie called The Baby Makers. Now, this film is directed by Jay Chandrasekhar, who has that new movie, who has that new film, Easter coming out. Now, The Baby Makers is one of the most oddest premise you ever want to hear. All right, here's the premise of this. Where you got Paul Schneider, where like after he flunks his fraternity test, Paul Schneider plays this man who realizes that the only way he can get his wife, played by Lynn Munn, pregnant, is literally by robbing a sperm bank. Yeah, that's literally the premise. It's literally a heist movie about someone wanting to rob sperm. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd premise, but I remember watching this thing in theaters one time. Yeah, I literally paid money to literally see this thing in theaters. I had a fun time with it. It is from, of course, from the Broken Lizards gang. Featuring a really cool cast. You had Olivia Munn, Aisha Tyler, Kevin Heffernan. Wood Harris was in this. Colette Wolf, Lindsay Kraft, Constance Zimmer, Nat Faxon, Noreen DeWolf, Tom Cruise's twin Miles Fisher. You had some really cool cast members in this, and it's a really fun film. So if you guys have not seen The Baby Makers, I'll probably do that maybe a review for this week because I'm probably going to be doing my reviews for some of J. Henry Rescott's movies this week. I gotta do my review for this thing because it is a really fun film worth checking out. All right. Also turning 20. Oh boy, I can't believe these are turning. These are 20. We got My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Of course, they did do a sequel, and there's supposed to be a third one coming. So there's that. Now this, does star the likes of Neva Dallas, John Corbett, the late Michael Constantine, Lane Kazan. I really love the first My Big Fat Greek Wedding film. Of course, it was like the most highest grossing indie film of all time. Scored a couple of awards like Golden Globes. I believe Tom Hanks and Rhea Wilson was producers on this, if I'm not mistaken. I had a fun time with this film. It's really cute, charming. The chemistry between Neva Dallas and John Corbett is terrific. I mean, you don't even have to be Greek to even appreciate this film, but it was so funny. So definitely give My Big Fat Greek Wedding a go. But yeah, again, who still haven't seen Greek Wedding yet? So yeah. All right, now turning 20, we got M Night Shyamalan Signs, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Mel Gibson, Rory Culkin, Abigail Breslin, and it's where like Mel Gibson, who plays this farmer named Graham Hess, who assumes about the world is changing when he discovers like a message beneath his carved into his crops, and it's pretty much like an investigation unfolds where he's trying to like unsolve this mystery, and there's like pretty much like an alien invasion movie here too. It was of course spooked in Scary Movie 3 as well. And to be honest, Jordan Peele's recent film Note sort of reminds me of Science. I don't know why. It just really had a bit of a science feel to it. But I've already said that in my review for Note. But Science was a really good film. I mean, definitely, one of the few M. Night Shyamalan movies you actually get some good reviews because a lot of people really like this one. This is one of his better films. It is a really cool sci-fi invasion-based movies. I mean, you got Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson playing brothers. What more you could ask for there? It is a really good film worth checking out. All right, also turning 20. Oh boy, is one of the worst comedies of all time, and this is The Master of Disguise. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I love a good comedy, even unpopular comedies. Like I'm one of the rare folks who actually love movie 43 and lots of Adam Sandler films. I believe this was also from Happy Madison, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but The Master of Disguise is definitely up there as one of the worst comedies here. You of course have Dana Carvey, who I love Dana Carvey. With Wayne's World. He's been some other stuff. I mean, he doesn't really do anything anymore, but I think he did lend his voice to Secret Life of Pets, but still. And it was also cool to see him like pretty much filling as a guest host for Jimmy Kimmel. That was cool to see. But anyway, now here you got Dana Carvey who plays Pascasio Disguisi, who is this waiter at his father Fabrario's, played by James Brolin, Italian restaurant, and he poses as an uncanny knack for mimicry. What he doesn't also know is that his talent is genetic, and that he is also the descendant of a long line of master disguise here. I mean, this has a really interesting supporting cast. Besides Carvey, you also had the likes of Jennifer Esposito, James Brolin, Harold Gould, Brent Spiner, Kenan Thompson, Jessica Simpson was even in this. I mean, it had some really cool cast members, but this is just the humor is horrible. This movie, I kid you not, it has a 1%, not 0%, not 10%, 1%. So only one critic actually liked this thing. It is one of the worst things you ever want to see. The humor is flat. I mean, this is a movie that probably won't even get made today because there are some stuff that will not go well in today's society. But man, this is such a horrible film. I mean, if you guys have not seen Master of Disguise, drink some tequila or get drunk while you're watching it. That's probably the only way you ever appreciate this movie because it is horrible. So yeah. Anyway, let me let you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, I'm just gonna say it. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Dog Days. I mean, say what you want. I love the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, so that's the one that stands out to me there. And the 20-year one, sorry M Night, but I gotta go with my Big Fat Greek Wayne because he just does not love my Big Fat Greek. Come on. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simmer signing out.